Hello, my name is Teri S. and also known as Teresa Challenger on Facebook, and also I've done these, and then my link is not working. There it goes! Dark Shadow Tiny Toons. If you don't know what Dark Shadows is, it was this really cool 1960s gothic monster, ghosts and vampires soap opera from the 1960s, and I'm a big fan. So when I started doing my animations, I started doing fan animations first. And if you ever go here, just so you know, wait, not Darklight, I'm talking about that in a minute. Ah, there we are. It's not only the animations, but also I'm showing how little things like I'm trying to figure out how to do this and that and the other thing. And they go from really awful to better. And now they're going to be part of Darklight. Boop. Let me get back to my page. This is my page. I've designed it to be cell phone savvy. So, because everyone reads everything on a cell phone these days. I do too. So, and a lot of webcomics are going that way. So I thought I'll just jump in with that group and just do that from the beginning. So this is my page. And I should say, it's not finished. It was a complete web page before I started ripping it apart and redoing it. But here's an example of what I mean. This is yet untitled. There is a lot of strips there. It's about my life in Forks and the mythology and the Twilight fandom and anything else that pops into my head. That's why it was yet untitled, because it was just whatever it was in my mind. Like if I had a wackadoodle dream, I did a comic strip about it. Here's short stories again, not complete yet. It has horror, fantasy, some humor, and just weird, moody stuff that I wrote on occasion. Oops, let me get back to my stuff. But the other stuff on the page, like Unity, Adventures of Nancy Girl, Foxy Annabella, and those are not up yet. And I'm still filling up the yet untitles and the short stories, which I'll be trying to add to once a week. Let's see. And Darklight. Darklight is going to be an experiment in storytelling. It's going to be blending what I know about writing comics and drawing stories with animation. And when I first decided to do it, it was only going to have an animated cover, an animated end, and one or two simple animations like, I'll show you an example in a minute, where the camera pans through a long panel, because it's little squares, where you see the first character moves to the next character, moves to the next character, and it's just a regular comic page, but the movement is the camera. So instead of like taking up half a page, it's one panel. And this is this was my first opening. The rest of the page, as you can see, is regular storytelling. And for the first couple of pages, I stuck with my original plan of just doing a couple of simple animations like this one. And then he pans to the side and then he says, more stuff. But as I went on, it started to get really fun. And so there's more animations. This is another pan. But you can see all of that because I don't want you to read this comic until later. Anyways, next page. And this one has even more animations. And when I got to page 6, let's see, boop. I told my friend Joe Corrales that I only had one page left. I wasn't thinking I would do very many animations. And I thought, I'll be done in a week. And then I found this really cool program called HitPaw, which allowed me to record what the guys in the story said and then change my voice to sound like whatever I decided with the combination of settings they should sound like. And then I went crazy and ended up animating pretty much the entire page, as you can see here. It's just one thing after another. There's not a lot of speech by the guys, But next episode, the very first panel is going to be one. Or I haven't decided whether it's going to be one animation and another animation, or one giant animation. It depends on how big the file is, because I can only upload 5 megabytes of a file at a time. So it's probably going to be 2 files, but it probably would have been 2 or 3 pages if it was a comic book, but it's going to be 2 panels. But as an example here. Feel free to put that into your magically binding contract.
I will.
You worry too much. I love that about you. So, bring it to house and we will sign it. Pause. Stop. Okay. Anyways, that is Darklight. The next one I'm hoping will be complete and probably a little bit longer in about 2 months. And if you want to read it, this is how you do it. You go to my Patreon. You can join as a free person, but you don't get to read it. But you just get to see my updates and any news going on about the comic book and what's going on in my life. But if you choose the option to pay $1 a month or $3 a month, then you get to read this for free every time it comes out. I will be sending you a password so you can access the pages, and dollar subscribers also get a free limited edition signed postcard from me every Christmas. If you had joined before the launch, which is past now, you would have also got the pre-launch postcard, but that is already long gone. I'm sorry. And if you are a $3 subscriber, along with that postcard, I do a inked sketch, which I send with the postcard as a little Christmas gift and an additional thank you for sending me $3 a month instead of $1. Anyways, boop, boop, boop. I think that's everything. Thank you very much, Tom, for letting me do this, and I hope everyone listening to this is having a wonderful day.